Hey everybody, it's Neil Walters of Neil's Videos. Again, sorry I haven't been making a lot of videos lately, just been super busy. I'm going to try to maybe get a little bit back more on track. Some of the videos I have in mind were just maybe a little more complicated than what I thought. And I've been playing Town Star every day, just getting my daily rewards, but I haven't had to build new cities and stuff. And I've got another one on the desert coming. I just need to edit it. So tax season is here right now, so that's been keeping me kind of busy. Have a corporate return, a personal return, and some other stuff to work on there. So let's take a look at the charts today. We're going to look at Gala and Townstar since that's what a lot of you come to my channel for lately. And this is I'm using a charts.cointrader.pro. Even though Gala is on more places now, it's Townstar seems to be easier to track on this website. And I'll show you a trick about that in a minute. So you can see the red lines here is where we're going down, and these are called descending wedges. I talked about how oftentimes after you have a descending wedge, oftentimes the price starts going up. And of course, Bitcoin is the big daddy of everything. And so Bitcoin started going up this week, and so therefore Gala started going up, right? And nothing I say in this video is going to be any financial advice. I'm just telling you about what I see in the charts, and it's just kind of interesting to study. And you know, if you buy or sell, that's on you, right? So it's interesting to look back over here. This is a tool if you don't know this tool. Over here, you can click this thing and then click date and price range. So what you can do is say you can put it right here. You can say, what if we go back to the price where we were before? So there's a couple, you can either draw it kind of backwards like this, or you can just kind of draw it there and just kind of line it up. So if it goes back to the price it was before, that is a 161% gain. Okay, what does that mean? Right now you can see we're at about 27 cents. If you double that, that's 54 cents. And if you added another 27 on that, that would be 81 cents. So it's not quite triple, right? So this means you have an increase of, again, 161%. You still have your original amount too. So you're really kind of like you're like 2.6x of what you were, almost, give or take. Basically, let's just make it simple here. If it went up to 54 cents, right, that would be a double. So when you double the amount of coins you own, or not the amount of coins, yeah, the dollar amount of the coins, you go from 27 cents to 54 cents, okay? And that's a 100% gain, which means you basically doubled your money, okay? And then to triple it, we'd have to come up here to 81 cents. So I have no idea where we're going with this. I don't know how high it's going to go, but lots of times we think, well, what if it just goes back to where it was before? That's kind of a mediocre market, then that's a pretty good gain. Of course, it may go a lot higher if Bitcoin goes on up to a higher amount. And as everybody says, past performance is no prediction. But look at where we were here, and we went from just 2 cents up to like a 70 some cents. That was like a 29x. Okay, that's a huge amount. If it was to do another 29x, we'd all be very, very happy, I'm sure, but not counting on that. Now let's go to Townstar, and I found out something the other day. Like I said, I've been using this cointrader.pro, and I have 2 Townstars up here. This is the one I've been staring at the last few weeks. I come over here and I say, it just hasn't changed much. It hasn't changed much because I kept thinking it would be floating around in my red line here. Well, apparently, I'm just guessing that maybe Townstar got delisted from this exchange, which was called Coin Paprika, okay? And therefore, there is no price here after February 24th. So really, about a month, I've just been staring at the same stupid chart and haven't even noticed that the chart wasn't changing. So today, I switched. And the way you switch, by the way, on this site and also TradingView is about the same. You just start typing, like just hit anywhere on the screen. Just click your mouse and type in town. And it's either going to be town dash star, or Townstar, something like that. And see, here was the coin Paprika, which I was using because it was on the top. But now I'm going to use the coin market cap, which is probably more of an average of what different exchanges are doing. You click the USD there, and now you have this. Now, the red lines are what I've added to the chart, these big, long red lines. So you see we did have a breakout here after this descending wedge, but now we have kind of a widening wedge, which is usually not a great sign. And then now we have this kind of crazy flat period over here. So I don't know. There's really not much of a line you can hardly draw on that. I mean, you can draw, some people call this a channel, where you just say, well, it's bouncing around between here and here, or something like that. And then you hope that it's going to break out of that channel sometime in the future. And what you can also do with this tool, actually, I'm on a 4-hour chart now. So up here's where you change your time period. So like normally, lots of times when I'm just in a hurry, I'll just do a daily chart, which looks something like that, which looks horrible, right? But if you want to see like what it's doing in the last day or two, say you go to 4 hours, and come back over here, and you can see we actually have a little turn up there. If you actually, I'm doing my roller mouse up. So here you can use that same tool. Actually, there's two versions of this tool. This is the measure tool. So this one won't stick on the screen. So once you hit some other button, it goes away. Like see if I click here, it goes away. But this other one called date and time price range will stay stuck on your chart until you delete it. So again, just for a quick overview, let's take it from here to here. So see, it's gone up 16% in the last few days. That's, even though that chart looks like it's going up a lot, you know, that's because we're down here at the bottom of the barrel so much. Now, I've been starting to work on another video where I talk about what will determine the price of Townstar. Not from an investing point of view, but just since we're all playing Townstar, we're all collecting the coins. We need to know like what factors in the business world make it go up and down. So I need to get back on that video and get that out there too. If you shrink this out even more, you see that could be a curve. That could be a big turnaround right there, but we don't know yet. Again, I'm not an expert predictor or charter by any means. If you zoom out a little more, you can see that little upturn in the last 2 days is almost nothing. I mean, there's been several times it's gone up probably 16, 20, 30, 40, 50% or more, and that's just a little 16% there. So not a big deal. Let me just show you some of the other coins that I've been investing and watching. So I'm going to go to tradingview.com. I want to show you this pattern that I keep seeing on like 90% of the charts. If you do this little tool we were just talking about, and you go from either where we are now or from about a week ago, and then you go back to the, let's say the previous high, whether it be a few weeks or a few months ago. See, that one's 330 some percent. But I've seen a heck of a lot of them that all are around 171% for some reason. Let's just take a peek at a few that I've done. Again, if they go back to their previous high and do nothing else, Cardano could go up 270%. AGI, which is singularity.net. I don't have that little tool. Oh, there it is. Sometimes it takes a little while to go on there. Oh, it's because I'm making the video. These little tools just aren't popping on my screen very fast. The video just totally ruins my CPU. So the AGI could go up 371%. Akita's one I've been watching. It's like one of the Inu families. Like I'm really big into Shiba Inu, and then there's also this Akita Inu. And you can see, wow, if it goes back to where it was, you're talking about 28x. If it goes back to this high when it first, well, like a year ago. If it just goes back to this high, you're talking about 6x. Ample Force, a different bird. I haven't looked at it. I actually, I don't think I own Atlas. I was watching it, but then, you know, it dropped. Yeah, a lot of, I mean, it's like Townstar and Atlas are similar. They're both games, and you can see the pattern there is very similar to what Townstar's been doing. So the question is really, are these gaming coins, people are playing and earning their coins and selling them, and then what's the market for people to buy new coins unless there's more NFTs to buy or something like that, right? That's what I want to talk about in that other video. So I realize this will take forever if I do all these. So I'm just going to spot check a few of them here with you. AVAX is like a totally different one. It's been going up, you know, more or less. So this white line here is called the moving average. You can assign whatever color you want to these lines, but see how it started right here because it takes like 150 days, or that's a 200-day moving average. So until 200 days go by, you can't start even charting that. So for the 200 moving average, it's just been consistently going up. This is Axie, another game coin, Axie Infinity. You're looking about a 255% gain if it goes all the way back up where it was. Those are some of the game coins. Let me show you some of my other favorites. Digibyte, I think I'm out of right now. There's just too many other opportunities. But I bought Digibyte, I remember a few years ago, and it went from like 2 cents to 8 or 10 cents. So that was like a 5 or 6x for me. And you can see, boy, it sprung up. It was like the leader in the increases yesterday. So just look from here to here. That was like a 60% increase. I'm on the 1 day chart right now. 60% in 1 day. That's just incredible. If it goes back to where it was, you're looking about a 4 or 5x. And here's the granddaddy of all coins, Bitcoin, of course. I have another chart of Bitcoin, but I have it covered with crazy graphs and different notes for some of the groups I'm in, so I can't, give you what their targets are and all that kind of stuff. But you can see it's been on a roll the last few days, and several people were saying when it crosses about here, it's going to keep on moving up for a while anyway. I'm not going to can't tell you what they all say. Here's HBAR or Hedera hash graph. You see I draw these yellow lines, sometimes red, to form my wedges. And then if you see how if you connect a bunch of the points here, you can see we have what's called a breakout right there. So we're breaking out of these wedges on almost every chart this week. Hex has a much longer history than this chart, but again, I have a lot of notes on my Hex chart, so I can't show you all that. But I bought some like right here, and I saw it go up a whole lot. And on the way down, I thought, oh, it's going to go back up now. It's just going to continue. So I bought some more here. And I think I bought some more about here. And now and then it just kind of kept going down. So now we're on the way back up. We'll just see how far it's going to go back up. But check out Richard Hart. He's also the guy that's doing a Pulse chain, which should be coming out hopefully very soon. He's actually cloning the entire Ethereum blockchain and going to call it Pulse. And he's going to have Pulse Swap, where you can trade and exchange on his new exchange. And supposedly the fees are going to be, of course, I don't think this, not supposedly, the fees are definitely supposed to be better on Pulse chain. And if you own coins right now on Ethereum, you're going to have his version of the coins on his chain as well. And that's going to be interesting to see what happens. So, like, we'll look at Shiba in a minute here. Kisha Inu is another one of those Inu coins, okay? And I've just heard good things about that from a few people. Kuma is kind of, I think, in that same category. I'm starting to forget what some of these coins are. Saitama is one of those really low cap coins that I bought. You see the price here is like 0.000. I mean, it's got so many O's on there, it doesn't even show right on the charts. But there's some interesting ones like that. This is Shiba Inu. And again, I have another chart that's a lot more marked up. But I got some down here and watched it go all the way up there. And guess what? I didn't sell it. So be sure and take your profits sometimes, when you get some before it goes down and goes to this next cycle. Because if I would have sold it there, and rebought down here, I would have 3 or 4 times as much money in that coin than I do now. But I really like Shiba Inu quite a lot. Now, if it goes back to its previous high, you can see that's not much more than a triple or 2x plus what you have. So I think it's going to go a lot higher than that. Different people have different predictions. They talk about it losing to zero. Like, what if it goes to 0.0001 or 2 or something like that? It could really be like 1,000x, we're hoping, but maybe only even 100x would be pretty nice, right? This is one I think I was going to buy, but I haven't yet, called Smooth Love Potion, SLP. I think it's gaming related as well. And see if it goes back to its prior high, that's 18x, 18 or 19x there, almost 20x. So that's one I still need to get some of if I haven't. I'm getting confused sometimes. Okay, this is Strong Block. A while back, I did a video about Strong, which you can actually run these nodes, Ethereum nodes, and it takes 10 coins to buy one. So if you're ever thinking about getting a node, now might be the time, not financial advice. But I bought my first node just roughly. I have another chart again marked up, but I think I bought my first one like right around here. I'll just draw some lines in here. And then it was doing good, so I think right here I bought some more. I bought some more maybe right in here. And then the third time it was coming down, I thought it was going to go back up. So I think my third purchase was right around here. Now, Strong is a totally different type of coin because what you're really doing is getting gains from the node. So about every 100 days, you earn back the number of coins that you put in it from your node. And so when the price is down like this, rather than taking the coins out and selling them, I just plow them into buying another node, basically. So I'm up to 5 nodes right now. Some people have 30 or 50 I've heard of, which could be a great income if the price comes back. But I never really thought it would go this low. I kind of thought it would turn around sooner. And you notice that even though Bitcoin went up today, it only went up a little bitty bit. So this one's kind of concerning me right now. I've got about maybe 60% of my profits out of it because there's a time or two on here I took my 10 coins that I earned and I sold them. And so I got back, a certain amount of my profit. But you have the nice thing about it is it's going to keep making strong for the future. And they are also working right now on moving to their own strong coin. This is called strong. I forget the new one is called what. Okay, I had to go look it up. It's called the stronger token. Right now we have strong and then we're going to have stronger. But that would take a long time to explain all that. Now, this is one of my babies. Theta. I put a few hundred into Theta way back here, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. And so anyway, it went up like literally, I don't know, maybe 500%. No, not 500%, like 500x. Let's find out. I drew the little chart here. Yeah, like 100, like 13,000%. That's like 130x. Okay. And unfortunately, I didn't sell there like many of the others, and it's gone down, down, down. But again, I think we're about to turn the peak. See that red line? That red line has been sitting on there for a few weeks, I think, or at least a week or two. And see, it just broke it this week. So now we're probably going to start bouncing up on that one. And I think it's common knowledge that this is the Michelle White Dove coin or find. Michelle White Dove she calls herself America's greatest psychic. And whether you believe in that or not, she told the world about this coin 2 or 3, 4 years ago, and a lot of people did very, very well on it. And again, it's one of my favorites. She, I think, originally said price will eventually go to $1,000 a coin, but she doesn't have good timelines on some of her stuff. So you have to check out her Patreon if you want to know more about that. Then when you bought Theta way back then, they gave you an airdrop of T Fuel, which is kind of like their gas token or something. And at first it went up quite a bit. And of course it's down too, but I think it's about to break out as well. There's the chart after everything else. There's the chart after everything else loaded for T Fuel. So T Fuel and Theta go together. VTHO, I think, is a cool one. I think I bought it like back when it was down here. And again, I saw it go up to these highs and I didn't take profit. So I should have done that. Now it's back down to here, and then hopefully next time it'll get back to at least where it was. Now here's kind of an oddball one, POWR Ledger. One thing you notice about it is it hasn't really been going down as much as the others. Like, if you look at the trend for the last 6 months, it's been going up. I guess even Bitcoin, if you look at it over 6 months, has been going up. But look at this big curve here. It was up to here, and it's gone down. And if it goes back to where it was, let's do the numbers. Actually, it's only about a 3 or 4x. I thought it was going to be bigger than that. But if you pull it down to where it was, if you would have bought it down here, it's more like a 10 or 11x. And of course, it may go a lot higher than that. We hope it does. There's one called X Sensor on Qcoin, XSR. I've got very little in it. But if it ever goes back to where it was, we're talking about 275x. Okay? And you can see it looks like it may just be going out of business here. Let's zoom in a little. When Bitcoin went up today, did it go up? Yep, a little bit. So again, that's kind of one of my long shot coins. Here's another one I've been playing with on my own, Multivac. Like none of the people that I normally listen to talk about it, and maybe because it's a small cap or a small market cap coin. But you see over here, I think I bought a little back here, and it went up. If you count from there to there, high, again, like 5,000x, like 50 times what you paid for it. And then, of course, again, I let it drop, which I shouldn't have. I could have actually sold here, bought here, sold here, and so on, bought back here. But I've just been holding it, and I'm hoping, again, it will come back to this high or maybe even a few times more than that. And if you'd like to know more about how to use TradingView or this other tool, like there's a lot of tools over here. And just for example, let me show you one that can make the chart look crazy. This is another group that I'm in. Yeah, that gives you little buy and sell signals and stuff. I can tell you more about that tool if you want, where to get it. And then what do all these indicators down here mean, and why do you add them? And there's tons of stuff you could do with this tool. Very flexible. So if you're not a trader and you want to learn more about TradingView or CoinTrader, just to learn how to do the charts or do your own charts, basically, just let me know in the comments, and maybe I can do a series of training videos on that. Oh, one little bonus for you before we close. Materium. Materium is the new coin that just came out for the new game Mirandus. I mean, Mirandus isn't that new, but it's not out yet, right? The game is still being developed. It might be developed for another year before it's even in beta. We don't know. So anyway, here I'm on Uniswap, and it's hard to find these tokens sometimes on the other exchanges. And it's hard to get a price in US dollars as well. So what you could do here, just for example, is put in 1 Ethereum. I just looked up the price here. We're at 33.49 for Ethereum. Pull up the calculator. By the way, 33.49 will give you 78.39 Materium. I guess that's going to be about 50 cents. So take this divided by 7752. That's the price. Yeah, 43 cents. And sorry, I forgot. The better way to find the price is really just go to CoinGecko.com or CoinMarketCap.com. And just up here, you're going to search for MTRM is the symbol, or just type in Materium, and then it'll pick it from a list. And now here you have a little bit of a chart you can do. So here, see, I don't think it goes back 30 days yet. Click the 30-day chart. We'll see what happens. Ah, looks like they actually only added it on CoinGecko yesterday. So see, things are getting better. When these new coins come out, it takes a while for Gala to get them on all these different websites. And sometimes you actually have to pay to be on here. Sometimes you don't. And they have to get it on more exchanges. So like, maybe the Materium will come to KuCoin or some other places like that in the near future. So we don't have much of a chart yet, but you can come back here and keep an eye on Materium then. So that was a false ending I had earlier. This is the real ending. Thanks for watching. Give me any comments below. I try to read and answer if I can, and I'll see you on the next video.